Hey, 6 people watching, nobody's in the chat. Hey, 6 people watching, nobody's in the chat. Hey, Brenda. Brian. Hey, Brenda. You're in the chat, Brain in the chat. What? Okay, Brenda, whatever you say. Yep, spring is coming soon. The clocks go forward on Sunday, right? We got rain expected to be here shortly, and it's going to rain all night through tomorrow afternoon. I mean, that should finish off all of my icebergs out there, but still not looking forward to it. I don't know if Joe is gonna join us this evening or not, or and Jim, I talked to him this afternoon. He didn't know whether he would make it or what time he'd make it. Boone has been fed and as you can see him, there he is in my chair, just having a good old time. I'm frozen? I don't think so. Can everybody hear and see me all right? Boone's doing good. I just got done feeding him his dinner and so now he's over in my chair, sacked out, which is just fine. I don't mind. Brenda, can you hear me all right? Am I still frozen or no? Oh yeah, yep, I agree with that waypoint. The crazies are gonna be out at the Capitol in Washington. No ships today, Brenda. There was a couple of ships came up, but they went into the fuel docks to load up, and they're gonna load up with either chemicals or petroleum products. Yep, president's speech to Congress is gonna do an address. And a lot of the Democrat idiots are gonna boycott it, and they're also talking about taking some nasty photos and stuff and waving them around in the air while he's talking. I don't understand how people can elect people that are that stupid, you know? If you don't agree with them, don't agree with them. Just keep your mouth shut. Sit in your seat, you know? That goofy Pelosi, she's like 98 years old. She's a piece of work. She's had so much facelift that she could make herself a second butt. Brandon, I don't know how you don't watch the news. You can't help it. It's like on every channel almost, unless you go to pay-per-views, and then that's even over there. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe stay. Stay right there. Lay down. Lay down. Oh, Brenda, you like the tennis and golf stuff. Okay. Been years since I've watched any of the golf or tennis. Yeah, it's an obsession with them. Hey Jim, how you doing? And it's my boy Boone. Yes, Jim, we do miss you. You're an important part of this channel. I know that you've been having terrible back pains and everything, and you're gonna go to the doctor again. Hopefully, they can get you fixed up. Yep, that was the Boone. Just 2.5 hours until the president's address. That's right, Jim. You tell her. All right, Jim. Jim was doing his shopping for food. Good for you. That's what's coming my way. Rain, snow. Let me put it in motion for you. 1 o'clock a.m., 5 o'clock a.m., 9 o'clock a.m., 5 o'clock p.m. So that's more of the cold, snowy, wet. Still got to come through. So that's 5 o'clock tomorrow. So it's probably going to be 8 or 9 o'clock tomorrow night before any of that gets out of here. Oh, Brenda was too windy today, huh? Well, it sounds like you were keeping busy, even if you didn't have a chance to go out and practice your flying. Now, Jim, do you have a yard you have to take care of too, or no? Or do you live in a condo situation with a condo complex? So how's everybody doing? We got 16 people watching and nobody joined the panel. Well, there's nothing to fly. It's just dark and cloudy and yucky, and the sun came out for like a microsecond today, and I thought maybe I could go down and fly, a little bit of lighter skies or whatever. Now, then about the time I thought about getting up and doing it, the clouds rolled back in again. There you go, Brenda. That's what you need to do. Whenever you get the urge, you get the chance, go ahead and do it. Fly. The more you fly, the better you get. The better you get, the more you'll fly.
You by yourself.
Yep, we are by ourselves here.
Well, I was watching you, but I couldn't get on because my son called me.
What do you have to say?
Well, this is the one, and he was telling me all everything he's doing up in South Carolina, I mean North Carolina, because he's getting ready in August to go on at 6 month, 6 to 9 month ship out. Ron, what's up? Ron's coming in. I guess I had to break the ice.
Did you go to Mardi Gras?
Oh yeah,
How'd it go?
short, short but long. Short actually. I left. I rolled over at 3:30 because I told you they said they were going to start at 6:30.
Yep.
Rolled over at 3:30 and I said, "Oh hell no, I'm not going." Because I was checked and everything, and I was listening. I had to wait till 4 o'clock for the news to come on to hear what they were doing. So at 4 o'clock they came on and they said that they changed Rex to 9:15. They were going to be fine at 9:15. So I said, "Well, there's not going to be a lot of," and they said there's no people on the route. So I said, "I'm going. That way I'll get a good parking spot." I was
Sure.
actually 20 feet off the route.
Oh, wow.
My parking space was 20 feet off the route. I parked in front of one of the cops. And she told me, she goes, "Oh, you good there?" She says, "Just park on the neutral ground where we park." I said, "I didn't know you on the neutral ground anymore. I don't look on that side." So now I know where I could park in the future.
Yeah.
So, but I went, I actually set my alarm because it was 9 o'clock is when they started. I set my alarm for 7:30. I was there at 6. And it was actually 5:30 when I got there. I went to sleep in the car for a couple of hours, you know, and then I got out the car and went out in the street. But the total parade that passed us, the one parade that passed us, and there were two marching groups that did parade. The Jefferson City Buzzards and the Lions Club, their group did. So I got pictures of those. The police chief was in front of Iris walking on the street with them. And the 29 floats passed me in 37 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Good evening, Ron.
Howdy.
How you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
you
We're
got him a
hanging
green
in
screen.
here.
Oh,
Yeah,
blurred
I'm
background.
trying to figure out how to get rid of it.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell button I pushed.
You'll be in your, let's see, I'll look at mine. You'll be under your video. And it'll say adjust background and effects. And when you hit that, adjust backgrounds and effects, it'll say, do you want a virtual background, all of that stuff, and you can say none.
Yeah, that's what I hit.
Yeah, you got a background with the pictures. They got those in there too.
Yeah.
That's a nice background though.
Yeah. But I don't know how to get rid of it. This is the
But if you
picture.
go all the way to, when you get where it says virtual background, there should be a none.
Yeah, I selected that.
And it ain't working?
Oh,
I don't know now. Above my pay grade.
Well, maybe you just selected that, Ron, for your flowering spirit.
yeah. Background and effects.
And the French Quarter's packed wall to wall. We're under a tornado watch.
Really?
The rain, they said the rain was going to come through at noon. Never happened. It's going to come through tonight around 6:30. Yeah. It's going to come through like 5:30 to 6:30, and it's going to be over with. They could have had the parades today with the bands. But I'm glad they didn't, because now total time I was out there between the time I was there and I got home was 8 hours. It didn't make sense because Zulu paraded from Jackson down, and it was wall to wall people, like 15, 20 deep, sometimes more than that. At Rex, it was only maybe 6 to 8 deep.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a whole different story.
Damn.
But I got the picture of that guy I had to take a picture of, Arthur Hardy.
Oh, did you?
So I'm on his good side for another year. This is the guy, like I said, the guy who runs the Mardi Gras guy. This is the picture I took of him. Oh, that's the picture I took of him. He was on the floor. I just looked up at him, and the sky was gray. I just dehazed it and got the blue back in it.
Oh, okay. That's a hell of a picture. Look, there was the float was full of those guys, right?
Yeah,
What?
yeah, that's
what?
the Jester float.
Oh, jesters. Okay.
Right.
Oh, Ron, you changed it.
You got a
Yeah,
bird behind you.
I can change the
Anybody
picture, but I
or-
can't get rid of it. And I don't know how. I'm going right into those settings.
Speaking of birds, we haven't heard from Birdman in quite a while.
Yeah, he's been playing a game too, I think.
Yeah.
Here's a picture of the float, the whole float. Yeah, he's the first guy right here.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is Mardi Gras.
Yeah,
Yeah,
today was Mardi Gras Day.
today's the final of Mardi Gras.
Mm.
Yeah, we had bad weather
Tomorrow's
coming in.
Ash
They took all the,
Wednesday, and it's
yeah,
over.
tomorrow. Yeah, we got tornadic weather coming through in a little while. And the winds, we put like this, the winds in New Orleans when I was there were 30 miles an hour. At 150 feet, it was 52 miles an hour.
Mm.
And the floats can only go in the parades up to about 35. After 35, they have a chance of tipping because they're top heavy with all the people on them. So they said they got to get them over with before the big winds came through. And they took all the bands out, all the marching groups out, and they just did the floats. Ran them early. One left at 6:30, usually leaves at 8. The other one usually leaves at 10. They left at 9.
The oh hell, I just had his name in my and I know Tim Jackson. He's got a cyclone headed his way.
Yeah.
Supposed to be what, 200-mile-an-hour winds or something?
Yeah. Here you go. This is Rex, the king of Rex. So he's supposed to be king of Carnival. He's supposed to be the main guy. And everyone that's Rex, no matter what they look like, that's what they wind up looking like because they make them up to look like that every year.
How many photos did you get today?
Uh, Shot about 240.
240.
Yeah.
Ron's still playing with his pictures background.
And I actually missed 2 floats too. I was worried about getting a green cup. You know, they got an aluminum set. Aluminums. They're aluminum
Oh yeah.
from Rex. And it's purple, green, and gold. That's the set. And I had the gold and the purple, but I was fighting to get a green one off of the truck. The last 2 floats gave me 2 green ones. They gave me a double set, so I got 2 sets.
Hello, Mark White.
Hi,
Hey,
Paul,
Mark.
Joe, Ron.
Ron just jumped off. He'll be back. And right now, that one set on eBay is going for 150 bucks.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm trying to decide whether I want to sell a set and keep I'm gonna keep a set.
You got 2 sets?
Yeah. 2 sets.
Oh yeah, okay. Now who was passing those out?
People on all the floats got that from my granddaughter. That's the fatted calf. They throw that every year. I got that for her. I actually got another purple cup. Extra
Oh, yeah.
purple one.
Do you think though that there's going to be a lot of that stuff left over because they didn't have the people there?
Oh, they were throwing it. No, they were throwing. They were getting rid of stuff. And then I caught this. I caught this off a float. Guy opened up a box of 3 Musketeers. And I said, "Oh, you're gonna have to throw one this way." He looked down at me, chunked it to me. But I'm tired. It's gonna take me tomorrow to recruit. And they said they weren't gonna have any portalets. They were gonna pull all the portalets. So there's a group called Benny Grunch and the Bunch. They sing all kind of crazy New Orleans songs. And they
Yeah,
put out one years ago. It's There Ain't No Place to Pee on Mardi Gras Day. Like that. So I was
Yeah.
gonna do a short and put that out there on it. And they had portalets out there. They had 6 of them. And I'm glad because I needed one.
well, how many people were out there for the parade?
That was a bunch. I'll show you a picture.
Because you were
They
saying
were-
you didn't think there was gonna be very many people.
Well, it wasn't. There's about 1/3 what usually happens. Let me find a picture. Yeah, here you go. This is one of the floats with the people. That's about 1/3 the people that are usually there. That's only about 5 people deep right here. Usually they're all the way across the neutral ground, 15, 16 deep.
Okay.
Here you got
So
one,
from
two,
your
three.
from your photography angle, if you didn't know better, you'd think that was
Oh,
a
yeah.
nice big crowd, right?
Well, that's why I took that angle to make it look bigger. You know? I took it on an angle to make it look bigger.
Now, was it windy at all while you were out there or no?
29 miles per hour. They had their horses, well, the lieutenants on the horses. They were in there.
Hi, Brenda, Jody, Jim, Brian.
I text Arthur this morning. I said, "You still on just the first person?" He said, "Yeah." So I look. I told him I'm in Napoleon, St. Charles. Look for him. And I looked up and I can't find him. He had bent over doing something. So I had to walk with the float till I got his attention. So that's on the West Bank. It's raining on the West Bank. That's La Place. It was starting to get the rain a little bit now. But the winds, like I said, I looked at the app, and it said that at
Hey, Frank,
150
how's it
feet,
going?
they were 52 miles an hour.
So you say Trump's going to give an address later on today, is he? Who do you think he's
Yeah.
going to piss off in that then?
Well, they're gonna piss him off now. The Democrats are gonna be stupid tonight. They're gonna act like they're British tonight. In Parliament, you know how Parliament yell at each other? Watch. They're gonna get crazy.
He's
I mean,
definitely,
he needs to put them in their place tonight.
he's definitely pissed Canada off, hasn't he?
They'll get over it. They had a girl out there today, Paul.
What's
They
that?
had a girl out there. She was real pretty. She wasn't real thin, but she was thin. I mean, really pretty. She had a
So
t-shirt on.
she was like model thin.
Yeah. She had a t-shirt on that you couldn't tell what she had underneath it. Like that, and you could see the bottoms of the cheeks, right? So I'm trying not to say what are you wearing under that, you know? You know, but she's talking to me and she's talking to the guy and all those people were talking, right? And she's from England. So she got the accent and she started talking and she come over and started talking to me. And she had a pair of Spans underneath there. That's what it was. And she bent over to do something and I saw what it was. But she starts talking to me. And she comes over and she's asking me all kind of questions about photography and that. And I said, I gotta go. And she says, what's the matter? I said, first off, the way you look, and the way you sound, and I'm thinking, I've lost all my money to you. Just take my money. I said, I can't handle it. I gotta go. I gotta go over there.
Now, how old would you say she was?
About 24.
Ah,
I said, Lord, help me.
was she there by herself?
She was there with 3 other girls.
Ah,
I said, why couldn't I have found somebody when I was 24 like this?
well, when you were 24, you thought you did.
When I was 24, I was in the Marine Corps. And I wasn't looking. I was actually married. I was married at 20. Oh, no, I was. No, yeah, I was. No, I wasn't married yet. I wasn't looking. I didn't get married to the first one until I was 26.
Jim asked the question of Jody. In the funnel cake is where they hide what I remember is not mistaken, like a little baby or something.
It's not a funnel cake. It's a king cake.
King cake. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, funnel cake is what they have at the fairs. Where they drip it all in and it comes out all kind of shapes. But the king, and boy, I missed that too today. There's this bar right there on the corner, Fat Harry's. And I was going to go in there to make sure I could use their bathroom, but they had bathrooms, so I didn't worry about it. And he had king cake all over the bar for people just to take.
Just go ahead and take it.
Yeah. And he had the one I was telling you about, the Boudin king cake. The king cake stuffed with the sausage.
Yeah.
He had that all over. I said, you got to be kidding me. By the time I got over there, it was gone. I wouldn't. Yeah, I had my sandwich with me, and I was gonna eat half of my sandwich before the parade started, but I wasn't hungry. So I said, you know what? Just hold on. I had it in the bag with the ice pack in between it. And then when I left, I really wasn't hungry. I was thirsty more than anything, so I just drank the water I had, and I stopped at Wendy's on the way and picked up I had one of my rewards, and there was a double junior bacon cheeseburger. So I ate that, and that got me home. And when I got home, I started working on stuff. Then I was hungry. Then I ate my sandwich. And then I was still hungry and ate some jambalaya. So I ate the junior bacon cheeseburger, the sandwich, and jambalaya. So I should be done for the night.
Yeah.
But I've drank this 32 ounces of water. I've drank 4 of these already.
Clean yourself out, right?
No, I'm dehydrated.
Jim wants to
When I
know
get
why did they put little toy babies in the cake? What would that signify?
well, it signified it was for King's Day, and that was supposed to be the baby Jesus or baby King. And if you find the baby in the cake, you have to buy the next one.
Oh, okay. So it signifies baby Jesus, right?
Yeah, that's technically what it does. Again, a Catholic thing.
Yeah.
And the reason they can't do, I found this out too. The reason is it's not because of the Catholic Church. It's got to have something to do with the Catholic Church, though, because the city charter says that you cannot parade a Mardi Gras parade outside of the Mardi Gras season. So, in other words, if they blow it the last day, they're stuck. But you see, the trucks that parade are not considered. It's considered a truck parade. They're doing those Sunday coming up. So those 180 trucks are going to do the same regular route on Sunday. It's crazy. In Jefferson Parish, the parades are canceled today. On the 24th, when they do the Irish American,
Yeah.
they're going to parade them. They're going to parade them with them. So they're going to have they're going to have the Irish Italian parade. They're going to have their trucks. They're going to have the August parade from Mardi Gras and their trucks. So that's going to be probably about 70 floats and about 400 trucks.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy day. And for those, what they throw, one of them's gonna be throwing beads, and one of them's gonna be throwing cabbage and all the stuff for Irish
Now,
Italian stuff.
what day is that, Joe?
The 24th, Sunday.
24th is a Monday.
Okay, then I looked at the date wrong. Must be the 23rd. 24th might be the after party.
Okay, 23rd is a Sunday, yeah.
So the 23rd and a week before, they'll have their St. Patrick parade. So we got about a week's gap, and then we got actually New Orleans. They don't. They got this week, and then they got the next week. So it's still parading for another 3 or 4 weeks, and then after the Italian American parade, they got the one in Chalmette. It's the Spanish one. So you got about another month of parades on weekends. So much for Lent, right?
Yeah.
So you
I'll be right
didn't
back.
you didn't get to see the Covington one again.
No, I didn't go to Covington. My daughter went up there with the baby, got up there, got all set. The baby threw up all over herself and then went home.
Oh dear.
Now, how old is the baby?
2.
2. Okay. So what have you been doing today, Mark?
Not a lot really. Went to my appointment, and then Kate stayed. So she's gone to bed now.
Yeah, because mostly Mardi Gras is a Catholic celebration, right? I think it is.
Well,
I mean, it's Christian, but I think it's Catholic, mostly Catholic.
it's the day you use up
Use up
your
all your stuff that's
stuff that you can't eat during Lent,
right.
which starts
But
tomorrow.
the heritage is French.
French,
Yeah. That's the heritage of it.
but it's pretty much a Roman Catholic thing, right?
Well, that's what they say.
Mm.
The stuff's about 80 miles from us. It's moving so slow now. I should have rain in about 15 minutes. I should be getting rain. But the bad weather's coming in behind the rain. Wind and all that.
Our temperature's dropping fast. We've had like 11, 12 degrees all day, and it's dropping down to 2 overnight. And then it's supposed to rise back up again to 13 tomorrow.
Well, I'm
Yeah, we
thinking,
got
Joe,
we have a tornado warning now.
ah, I'm thinking I should probably let the little guy out.
Well, your rain is not that bad. It's gonna be patches.
Yeah, but this is gonna be bad, right?
Yeah, but not that, there's gonna be patches again. By the time it gets to you, probably change.
Let's see.
See?
Going north. Oh, there you go. 9 o'clock. So if I don't let him out by 9 o'clock. There's the dark green right there.
Yeah. When's it in?
Yep,
Tomorrow morning?
yep. More, all the way till, I think it's supposed to last until tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, he's gonna have to run out and come back. He went out in the rain before, right?
Oh yeah, he stands right inside the door and lets me wipe towel him down and. Yep, he's a good boy. They just had on the news, uh, Joe. It showed a picture of a car, like a black car that was all painted up with yellow and
Right.
stuff. And and they caught the gal because she had yellow spray paint all over her. And it wasn't her boyfriend's car, it was the neighbor's car.
Wow.
They charged her with criminal mischief.
Yep, that's the way you're supposed to do it.
What do you think, Joe? I've only got 8 people watching.
You know what about that?
Don't know.
Ron came in and then we lost him.
Yeah, Jim's here and Brenda and Waypoint. You know who I haven't seen in quite a while? Every once in a while he pops in, but he doesn't pop in and stay like he usually does. Is my clapping buddy, TJ.
I don't know what's going on with him.
But I went over to look and see if anybody else is on, and there isn't anybody on. So
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody on till the drone reviewer comes on at 8 o'clock your time, I think.
yep. Brenda says, "Stay on, Paul. Stay on." Well, it's just like it's kind of boring for all of you people, I would imagine. You say so, Brenda. We'll hang in here for a little while.
Yeah, right around Johnny. Right above Johnny. No, it's to the west of south of Johnny. There's a tornado on the ground.
Oh, wow. How close?
About 40 miles
Oh, 40 miles. Okay.
from Johnny. So it's about 60 miles plus 2 bodies of water from me.
Okay, Jim, I'm gonna make sure that you and Brenda have some place to be. Yep, Jim, just for you guys. We got to share the love.
Yeah, I got the TV on and all the bells going off, all kind of bells going off. Yeah, that little tornado that's on the ground is gonna go where Johnny and I fly down at Lake Maurepas. It's gonna come over Lake Maurepas, but once it hits the water, it's gonna be done. Because anything that comes through that way all the time, the water for some reason, the difference in the temperatures just changed the whole perspective.
Really?
Yeah, 'cause I'll have something coming towards me over here, and it'll hit like the different temperatures from Lake Pontchartrain, and it'll shoot south or shoot north. I can avoid it.
So, Mark, how's the weather where you are?
Getting cold.
Well, when you say getting cold,
Well,
It's-
it's been 11, 12 degrees all afternoon, and it's going to drop down to 2 o'clock, down to 2 degrees.
okay, so 2 degrees is really like 36 degrees over here, right?
Yeah.
Right now it's 45 degrees here. We're gonna get rain. But tonight is supposed to get colder, but then late tomorrow is when the ice and snow are supposed to arrive.
Oh, no. We're going to go back up to about 12, 13 degrees tomorrow afternoon, and then probably drop down again overnight.
Bad Props, how you doing? Welcome, welcome.
Hi, Randy.
I'm lucky to have such good regular people in the chat because they're so kind to everybody when they show up. They say hello to them and everything like that. Make them feel part of it, you know.
But we can stop. We can stop. We don't have to do that anymore.
Thinking that somebody must be jogging because they're moving pretty fast. And that's just somebody walking there. Oh, here comes Justin. Thank you, Justin, for coming in.
Hi, Justin.
And you need to leave the lights in auto, not turn them off,
Oh, okay. Sorry.
because that's how you end up killing your battery.
My bad.
Just leave them.
Did you put that wood slab up there?
Yeah,
Yeah, we don't do that yet. Not till he's back over here.
he was back over here when I put it up.
Yeah, Justin's got that new to him electric car. And what he was just explaining to somebody was you put the lights on auto, otherwise the lights will be on and run the battery down.
What's up?
How you doing, Justin? How's that new car doing?
Oh, good. I just got done fixing the mirror.
Oh, did
Put the
you?
new, I put the new turn signal lens in and put the mirror in, and everything's working good on it. It was actually really easy. It only took me like 5 minutes.
Mhm.
And then on Saturday, I'm going to put the new backup camera in, and then it should be good to go. And then next Thursday, I'm going to take it, go get the windows tinted. Be ready for summertime. At least tires should be relatively cheap for that thing because they're fucking tiny.
Just the small, what are they, the 12 or 13-inch tires?
I think they're 13s or 14s, somewhere in there. They're not very big tires.
Now, how big is the motor?
4-cylinder 2.0.
Okay.
Really, so it's not a very big motor at all.
Yeah, but it should still move that buggy around pretty good, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it gets up and goes. Like I said, I ain't like a fucking Tesla though with the electric. It's definitely limited. It's because it doesn't like throw you in the back of the seat or anything if you punch it. But it gets up and goes quick enough.
Weird that, because the 2-litre engine over here is considered to be a fairly big engine.
That's fucking tiny over here. You're talking Over here, people be having what, like,
Yeah,
5.6
I know.
liter and shit.
6 liters, yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't they had like 6 liter Mustangs and shit with big V8s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a Highway Patrol 5.0 liter in my Tahoe.
That's what my little Mustang used to have. I used to have a little 85 hatchback Mustang and it had a 5.0 in it. It had a V8 in it. And those cars are small too. You put a lot of money into those motors, those fucking cars will go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a little heavy for the size car they are, but they're not very big. That big of a motor in them. Kind of feels like you're driving a golf cart with a fucking V8 in it.
Yeah, you pretty much start getting into what we would class as high performance cars when you get up to about 3 liter.
So what is the car size? Pretty much just a 4-passenger?
A 4-door, it's like the size of a Prius or like a 4-door coupe.
All right.
Oh,
I think like the Range Rovers have got a 4.2 liter in it, and some of the Jags go up to 7.2 liter. Well, that's the V12.
I used to have a
I didn't say 305, Jim. I just said it was a 5.0. It was a V8. It was a little 1985 hatchback Mustang, one of the little small ones. Like that fucking motor barely fit in that car. There wasn't much room under that hood, I'll tell you that. Because they had I think they had 3 different versions of that hatchback. I think they had a 4-cylinder, a 6, and a V8.
With a high of 57 degrees Fahrenheit.
Pretty sure they had 3 different versions of it. Oh, okay.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know motors like that, Jim, to be honest with you. I hate fucking working on vehicles.
well, the thing of it is you're going to get to an age and stage in your life where you're not going to want to even pick up a wrench just because it hurts to get underneath there and whatever.
Yeah, but I grew up in a garage. I just was never interested in working on vehicles. Like
Well,
on so many,
You're just a youngin' though.
Is he saying that the 5 liter engine is a 305 cubic inch?
I think he said it was a 302, wasn't it?
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know all the cubic inch shit and all that stuff. I'm not that heavy into motors. Like I said, I grew up in a garage. My dad had a big chain of, had a big company with 5 garages and a couple hundred tow trucks. It wasn't small. It was huge. And a lot of my uncles were mechanics that worked for him, but I had no interest in learning how to work on a car, even though I did help sometimes.
Well, Jim's an auto mechanic.
It was nice back in the day, though. If I had a problem with my dirt bike or something, I'd just take it in there and one of my uncles would work on it for me.
Yeah.
And I had to pay for it. They just pulled up in one of the bays and start working on it for me. There's 2 people that you should become friends with in life: dentists and fucking mechanics. Save you a lot of money.
Plumbers too.
Plumbers,
What?
yeah.
Oh,
Plumbers
definitely
too.
plumbers.
Plumbers,
Electrician in
electricians,
your back pocket
dentists,
helps too.
and mechanics.
Air conditioning
Gotta have an
engineers.
electrician in your back pocket.
funny though, because I knew so many really good mechanics that could just listen to a car for 2 seconds and know exactly what the fuck was wrong with it and fix it in a timely manner. But yet they would drive the most junker piece of shit cars
Yeah.
that were just making all kinds of fucking noises. They didn't give a shit. They just be
I worked
fixing
on
it as they
cars.
go.
I worked on cars with my cousin all my life, right? I got 4 lights, 5 lights on in my car. And when I fill it up with gas, I gotta pump it a few times to get the fumes through it so I can get it started the way it will run. Because I won't go change that sensor out.
Like I said, I did.
But it's getting better. Doesn't take as long anymore.
Like all my uncles were like I had 3 uncles that were mechanics, and they were all like ASE certified master techs, like had all the certifications. But every one of them drove a clunker piece of shit that just and they would fix it as they broke down on the side of the road. They'd be up under the hood, just fixing enough to get them to where they were going. Never
That's
actually
how I
like
did it in high school.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I mean, from the age of 17 till my eyesight went at 50, I only ever worked on my cars. I didn't take them in anywhere except if it needed any welding doing.
Here you go, Mark. Here's the fatted calf float. It's the 3rd float in Rex every year. That's the calf they're bringing to slaughter for the feast afterwards. The big cow. They call it the fatted calf. It's a big old cow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, newer cars though, man, you got to really know what you're doing nowadays. It's all computerized and shit.
Oh yeah, it's a pain in the ass now.
Yeah. Now you get dude, when the power went out and they had power at the dealership, they couldn't even do oil changes because all their computers were down.
Yeah.
The internet. They couldn't even do a fucking simple oil change without their computer system. I was like, you fucking kidding me? Because they didn't write anything manually. Everything was computerized, so they have to put everything in the computer.
Man, Bourbon Street is wall to wall people right now. Ain't none of them look good either.
What happened with that storm? Did it do anything?
It's still coming through. We haven't got it yet. We had the winds hit this morning on a route. I woke up at 3:30, rolled over, and I said, hell no, I'm not going. I don't feel like doing this. And I lay there, 4 o'clock, I turned the news on. They said that they moved Rex back to 9 o'clock instead of 6:30. And I said, and then the guy that runs the news said that the route is to hardly anybody on it. And I said, well, maybe a lot of people aren't going to go. Let me go and catch them uptown like I wanted to. So I left here might have been 4:30. I got out of here. Got there for about 5:15, 20 feet off the route. It was like I was able to pull right there and stop the first spot I found. And I actually slept in my car for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Got up, went back out on the route. There was about 12 to 14 deep people. The winds got up to about 30 miles an hour max. If you went up to 100 feet, it was 59, 52 miles an hour. So the wind was trying to come in. And by the time I got home, they were getting 50 mile an hour winds. So the winds had picked up to 50 miles an hour, but the parades were over by then.
I looked at the weather this morning when I was on Paul's, and it was moving really slow. That storm.
Yeah, it's
Because I
the
even said
main
that. I was
rain-
like, it ain't gonna get there till late. I said the same thing this morning.
well, they said that originally. You see, originally they said we weren't going to get it till like 7 at night. Now it's about 35 minutes out, but still close to 7 at night. They could have done everything today. The only thing I think would have been a problem was when it was about 12 o'clock that the winds were 50 miles an hour sustained in New Orleans. That would have been too much. And
Yeah.
and Rex would have never been finished. Rex may have just been getting to Gallia Hall. So it would have been a big issue. So in the scheme of things, they probably did a good job today, you know. Everybody came out, had a good time, and they left. That's what it was. It was fast.
Oh, I
You
got
said they had a pretty good crowd.
Yeah, I love the fact that I got home at noon and not 4 o'clock.
I got my email from Streamlabs today, so I was able to order that deck that I got for free.
And I caught a Three Musketeer board. That's even better. I couldn't believe when I saw that guy opening a box, a case of Three Musketeer boards on the float. I said, "Oh Lord, no, you're not passing me without throwing me one." That's my favorite candy bar. The kids used to know when we went Halloweening back in the day. They came to me. They could have everything they want and everything in there, but all Three Musketeers came to me. It was tax time.
So, thank you. This is what they ended up giving me. And then look how much it was. I didn't have to pay. It
Yeah.
was 189 on their site. I didn't have to pay for it. It was free. I put in the code and it went to 0.
Wow.
That came with my year subscription to Streamlabs.
What was the code you said?
I already ordered it. You can't use it again.
Never know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was $189 if I had to pay for that.
I wouldn't order from them anyways. I got a credit card, and then they realized, hey, we made a mistake. Charge him. You know.
I was happy I got that today because they make you wait the 7 days because after 7 days you can't cancel the membership.
They
They
want to
won't
make sure you
refund you.
cancel. You don't cancel on.
Right. Because then people would just order it and then get it and then cancel it. So, which I didn't plan on canceling anyway. I just wanted to get that ordered because they said it was limited time. There was only so many of them. So I was able to get my order in as soon as I got the email this morning. They said they'd ship it within 1 to 2 business days. So I should have it sometime next week. Hopefully, because it's coming from the US. So.
They wrap these things and they put the paper in between them because it's aluminum, but they will scratch.
Scratch the paint off, yeah.
Yeah, last year's had the same thing on there, but it was engraved on it. This is like a transfer on it. It's like a screen print type, you know? So they changed a little bit. Every year they change them a little bit different. But the first 3 years, they threw a gold, a purple, green, and gold separate years. The next year, they threw one that was 3 colors. That was the year I didn't go. And then I did go, but they didn't. With last year they had the 3 colors. The other 3 years, this is the 4th year. Now they're throwing a whole set. But there was a set. There's another year in there that they threw a set with. It might just be the other cup I'm thinking of that has the deal on it, the engraving. So this is the 5th year. So it's 1, 2, 3. I missed one. This is the 4th. Is it? Yeah. So each one of the other ones have the engraved on there, but this is the first year where they did all 3 cups.
How many years have
And
they
when the
done
guy-
Mardi Gras?
What do you say?
What year is this of how many they've done?
All together, Mardi
Yeah.
Gras.
Gotta be over
Couldn't tell
100,
you.
right?
More than that. It's shoot. A lot of these crews, yeah, it's got to be 100-something years.
Imagine having some original shit from like the first one. How much that'd be worth? Like a button or
I
something.
had when I was in my 20s, a 1892 band badge from Rex.
Wow.
Yeah. And there's the Mardi Gras doubloons, these things right here. I've got like 10 books of them in the back, all the different years. And it was a point in time where there was about 4 of us in the city that would go to the doubloon swaps, and we knew just about everything about all of them. You could do this like that, and I could glance at it and tell you what it was. That's how well we knew them. I can look at the back without looking at the date, just see the back, the design on it. And I can tell you, that's August from this date, this Aquila from this date, Pegasus from that date. It's just because we were always fooling with them. And after Mardi Gras, at the churches, they used to have swaps. So we go out there, and there was 4 of us that we were like, I could say we were like the resident experts on it. And this kid came up, we were at St. Dominic Church, and the kid came up and he was about 10 years old with his dad. And he was asking us if we had any idea what the thing was worth. It was in bad shape, but it had the date on it, and the metal was starting to deteriorate a little bit. It was just like a tin, like, with the ribbon was kind of fraying on the ends, and it was in a leather case that was all messed up. And it said Rex. So we knew it was from Rex, and we knew the date was right. We did all the research we could while we were there. Couldn't I even call a guy Chris, that he still got a place, and he is the expert. Chris had no idea. He said, it could be worth, it depends on the shape. I said, it's in bad shape. He said, it still could be worth $1,000. This is way back. We're talking back in the 90s. And I told the kid, I said, look, I don't know, what do you want? What are you trying to do? And the dad said, we just want you to be fair. What we want to do is he's just starting out, and this is what he's got. He gave us a list of what he had. And he said he just wants to get whatever he can get. And I looked around at everybody, talked to everybody, and they said, yeah, I don't know. I said, well, I'll tell you what, I'll make a deal with you. I said, I'll get this guy, Chris, to let me know what it's worth. And if it's really worth something crazy, I'll let you know. I said, and I had boxes and I had cases and cases of doubloons where I had like the dual colors laminated. I had 3 or 4 extras like that. We had stacks of them. We used to hit 5 parades a night and collect them from all, and that's all we were looking for, doubloons. We go home with 300 or 400 doubloons a night. And so the kid, I said, go through, tell me let me see your list. And I said, I tell you what I'll do. I'll give you everything that I have that you don't have for that, because I don't know what it's worth. But a lot of them were just throws, nothing big. And I threw a couple of the dual colors and a couple of stuff like that in there. The kid walked out with about 150 doubloons, and he was enthused with it, right? When I finally got a hold of Chris and we got it appraised, we found out what it was worth. The guy said, if the leather was good, it'd be worth about $15,000. If it wasn't fraying with the leather good, it'd be worth about $40,000. He said, if the metal wasn't bad, you're looking at close to $100,000 with everything. He said, in this condition, about $100.
Okay.
And we figured that. We did. We figured that,
So here's
And-
a little. Oh, God.
The kid got a good deal, and it was basically regular parade throws that the kid was just starting out. So he went from having like 6 pages of doubloons to like 2 albums of doubloons. I let the dad know. I said, look, this is what it's worth, like that. He said, so we owe you something. I said, no, you don't. Don't worry about it. So I had it in my collection for a long time. And then Chris called me up one day and he said, I got somebody that wants to buy it. I said, what are you talking about? He said, the badge. And I had a staple in there so you couldn't fool with it. It was stapled into plastic. And I said, what? Let me see. He said, yeah, he's got a couple of them around that time and he knows it's in bad shape. He said, he'll give you $200 for it. I said, I'll bring it to you. Yeah, I got 200 for it.
Go ahead,
here's-
Justin.
I was gonna say, here's a little Mardi Gras history. So the first Mardi Gras took place on March 3rd, 1699, when French explorers
1699.
with French
Yeah, but-
explorers. But the first parade was, and then they did another celebration. They did it till 1703 in Mobile, Alabama. And then it started in New Orleans.
Hello, Andrew.
What's up, Paul? Joe?
Or was okay? So the New
Andrew.
Orleans tradition for New Orleans didn't begin till 1730, and then the
But it's-
crew the crew of Rex chose these colors in 1872.
Right.
The 3 colors.
I knew it was like couple hundred years.
So Mobile, Alabama was actually the first.
No, they
Place
weren't.
to do
Don't
it.
believe that.
And then it says you guys didn't get it till 1730. Yeah, but nowadays people aren't going to think of Mobile, Alabama with Mardi Gras. They
Well,
automatically
no,
think
they
of Louisiana.
Mobile keeps saying that they're the original Mardi. They got billboards out there. We're the original Mardi Gras place.
This
But
is
their Mardi
coming
Gras
from the
wasn't the
History
same
Channel.
thing.
That's coming
You
from
know what they did?
historychannel.com.
You know yeah, I know. You know what they do for Mardi Gras over there? They throw moon pies out on the floats. That's all they do. No beads, nothing else. Moon pies. All
Just
they
like
throw.
just
Here
like
you go.
Missouri was the first to
Here
do
you go.
gumbo. I mean, you guys
No.
pretty much steal other people's traditions and make it your own. You know.
No, they come here and love it. They come here and we do it, and we don't brag too much, and then they go start it somewhere and say, "Well, we started it, and they got it stolen from us."
Because Joe would see Paul on the side, it's like, Paul, heads up.
Well, Joe was lucky today because he got tossed to him not only the cups, but
Ooh.
he got his favorite candy bar.
Oh, what kind of candy bar?
Joe, Jim was asking you something in the chat there.
Is that
Yeah,
Was-
I don't have the chat. What is
was that Musketeers?
it? Yeah, let me get
Ooh,
the
is
chat
it-
up.
You said, Joe, how far are you away from Alexandria, Louisiana? Reason
Alexandria.
why? My uncle Bud has passed away now, but he was friends with Jimmy and from Cajun Pond TV show. And that
I don't
show is
know
in
them.
Alexandria.
Cajun Pop Stars?
Yeah, Alexandria
Pond
is
Stars.
about. Shoot, Alexandria is probably about 120 miles.
So about what, 2 hours or so?
No, you're nowhere
Actually,
near
about
that.
3.5.
Oh, side roads?
It's hard to get to it.
There isn't any freeway to it.
Well, it's like Florida, right? Like in my area, it takes longer to
Might
get
be longer.
because you're constantly driving around lakes. There's no straight shot anywhere because we're in the chain of lakes where we're just surrounded by hundreds of lakes. So all the roads go around the lakes; they don't go over 'em.
Yeah. I was in Alexandria. I think it took me about 3 hours to get back here when I was for Katrina, because I was up in a hotel in Alexandria, and then had to come down here to shoot pictures again. Yeah, we just got our first good thing of thunder, so it's getting close.
Yeah, it's headed east. I'm supposed to get that set of thunderstorms about say 5 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Jim, my cousin was really good friends with Barry from Storage Wars. We were actually on 2 episodes of it.
So was this an early episode or a later episode?
It was one of the
What
last
is
few seasons.
So a later episode.
Mhm. We actually helped Barry after one of the episodes load his car up with one of the storage units, his trailer.
Didn't you say Barry passed?
I don't think so. I don't know, dude. That dude
Yeah.
had a lot of money. I'll tell you that though.
Because I remember
Yes.
one of the guys from that show passed.
Yeah, I thought it was the dad,
I don't know.
the son and the dad team. I think it was the dad. I don't think it was Barry. I don't know. I haven't seen him since those 2 times we met him. My cousin talked to him all the time. I don't know. I haven't talked to my cousin in a long time, but me and my best friend and my cousin all went to 2 different episodes. We got there because they used to post the filming schedule online, so you could like go and be like show up when they were doing the things. They used to actually post their filming schedule so you
Yeah,
could go
oh,
find
yeah.
out what place they were at, because they wanted to get crowds of people to come in and
Mhm.
make it look more interesting. Those shows are staged like a motherfucker, though. I'll tell you that.
Oh, they're too
Actually,
staged.
Go to one. If you ever have a chance to go to a reality show and be a fly on the wall, do it, because you'll hear all kinds of shit. Like that one.
'Cause- Go ahead.
There was one guy on YouTube who used to go undercover in the pawn. He did a few videos where he went undercover with the Detroit pawn shop Remember Detroit Pawn Stars or whatever? And he actually had a
Oh.
bunch of hidden cameras on him and got a bunch of different angles of them
Uh,
setting up staged fights with customers.
Yeah, Jim likes Barry. You're kidding. Barry was one of my favorites. He's the one that has all the different cars and the way he dresses in the black and white checkered shirts and shoes.
Yo,
And yeah, he's a cool guy.
I'll tell you what, Jim Barry had a
Okay.
lot of money. That dude was a retiree, but he had millions. From what my cousin
Lord.
told me, that dude had millions of dollars. That's
Uh,
how he was able to get on the show because he knew people.
Oh,
He just had a TV personality type. 'Cause the
Joe,
way he was on the show was how he was behind the scenes. When you actually talked to him and the cameras are white, he didn't change. He acted exactly the same.
Joe, Waypoint said, take a right by the Crawdad Pond.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I was watching Bourbon Street just now. They had a girl on top of somebody's shoulders, and she stretched like that and pulled her shirt up a little bit, and boy, you saw cheeks. And I was looking at the back, wasn't looking at the front.
And the reason,
Joe first look at the front.
and not to mention Barry did that before he became famous from the show, and that's how my cousin met him. My cousin actually did storage. Him and my uncle were into doing the whole storage auctions before it became popularized. So they were already in that scene before all them shows started coming out. And Barry actually used to do it before the show became popular. He did it for fun.
Maybe Barry was the
Oh, Lord.
inspiration for the show.
Okay,
No, he
we
had a TV personality. Like I said, when you talk to him behind the scenes and the cameras were gone, he was exactly the same. He didn't change.
Oh,
He just had that personality. He was really good for TV.
authentic.
Yeah.
okay. If y'all lose me, it's because the tornado's coming through.
Is it really?
Well, that tornado is down right on the other side of Madisonville,
Dude, I'll tell you
down
what.
around where the lighthouse is, where
Dude,
we
I'll
go do the lighthouse,
Uh,
and it's
Yeah.
on the angle to come my way.
I'll tell you what. I had a crazy dream about a week ago about tornadoes. That was white wicked. Like I was sitting out in the house, and all of a sudden I just see this massive tornado. It looked like just the finger of God coming down. In my
Well,
dream.
they're terrible. I've been out there watching them. I've seen them on the lake, the water spouts, where they've come into land. And I was at the
I've-
Pizza Hut one day, and somebody said they had one. I said, "What?" I went outside, and it was on land right down by the causeway.
I've only ever
But
seen
this
one
one-
in
look,
person, but it was
This was
about
coming
20
across.
Yeah, I only ever seen one in person, but it was like 20 miles away, so it was like nowhere near me.
Yeah,
But it
this
was-
thing right now is about 14
well,
miles
in Buffalo, New York, there was a water spout.
southeast, southwest.
Buffalo, New York, there was a water spout that came right onto land in downtown Buffalo last year.
Oh, we were lucky when that last
Another
hurricane came
tornado
in,
warning in your area.
because the last hurricane that came in, we had like, I think it was like 200 or 300 different tornadoes
Oh,
that actually sprouted,
you-
but a lot of them didn't hit the ground, but they were just popping up everywhere.
Yeah, I was watching a live stream of the weather, and there were at least 400 different alerts at the same time.
Oh yeah, I was
Oh,
watching
big.
Ryan Hall y'all live, and he couldn't keep up with them. Every time he'd be like, "All right, we got
Yeah.
one here," and then 5 more would
Uh,
come in, and he couldn't keep up with them.
JD is asking if you are a manager at Pizza Hut, Joe.
Yes, I was. I was a GM at Pizza Hut at one point in time.
He's the general manager.
He asks them.
Yep.
He asks them
And
that every day.
And
Yeah, I was.
JD, Joe can make a mean ass pizza.
Yeah, well, I got the right ingredients. Yeah.
Well,
Oh, you know,
Joe, did you ever make jambalaya pizza?
No.
Okay.
you know who made really good pizzas? Tony from New York.
You.
What the hell's his channel name? It's been so long since I talked to him. He lives up in New York. His name's Tony. Fuck, I can't think of his channel name now. It's escaping me. But he's got a really nice
Oh.
pizza oven in his backyard. And he showed me, he was on my live stream like a year ago and he was showing me a bunch of pictures. and
Yeah,
videos.
and he got a pizza. He got
he
a
made it-
pizza oven.
Well, he had one. He's had it for a long time, but he makes really good looking pizza.
Well, here they have a Tony's Pizza here.
Is it Quadcopters and Tech? No, that's not it. Fuck is Tony's?
Yeah, he's
think
called
there's-
Tony.
Actually, I should have did. I should have bought pizza today.
I haven't seen him around in a long time.
It's been a few weeks, yeah, but
He used to come on my
Way down.
live show all the time back in the day, and then
You look.
I hadn't seen him in a long time.
too, ain't you?
Neither have I.
He had an issue
Yeah,
with somebody that was
it's getting
on my
closer
channel
'cause-
a couple times, and then he stopped coming around.
Cleo's under me panting, so it's getting closer.
Go out on your balcony
May-
and look.
Yeah, I'm not going out there. You crazy?
Joe, maybe Cleo's just wants to be on your feet.
No, Cleo, if they say lightning has been detected in your area, man, she's underneath me.
Well, at least go peek out the window, see if you can see anything.
No, it's way that way. I can't see. I'm too busy looking at the French Quarter. There's some good looking women in there now.
How far is it, do you think, from you?
Well, if right now it's probably about 12 miles southwest,
12 miles. Okay.
Is it coming?
but it's
towards you?
still got to come across water. So
Likelihood of hitting you is very, very low.
yes, it is. Like I said, Lake Pontchartrain's a buffer up to us. Once
What
it
do you-
gets to Lake Pontchartrain, it's on the outskirts of Lake Pontchartrain right now. Once it gets in Lake Pontchartrain, it gets crazy. It goes to a water spout and it just dissipates. Usually, by the time they try to come back on land, they dissipate.
Oh, we'll know if it's turns out to be like Starship Troopers. They go, why is it getting so dark? Is the
Well, it's
camera
getting
suddenly
dark and
fades
it's
up?
raining now. It's starting to rain, but it's also no, it's not time to be dark. It's getting dark.
Well, it's not far off being dark.
Yeah, but I can hear the rain hitting my roof's not right above me. I've got an apartment above me, but I can hear the rain.
Well, because the window's only a few feet away from you in the front.
Well, I'm hearing it hit that outside overhang.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm hearing.
Is it a metal roof?
No.
Oh.
And it's getting worse. And it's got gust in it. You can hear the gust in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the trees are moving pretty good.
Yeah, they say you're supposed to get some nasty, nasty storms.
That tree just is not there anymore.
Did they cut it down?
No, I think it's just no. I just saw the tree leave, you know. If I saw a tree leave, I'd be under my desk.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, yeah, because you couldn't get under the bed because that's where the dogs would be, right?
But the dog's under my desk. I'm going to have to move them out the way. What you talking about? I got this big safe underneath here. I'm all right. It ain't getting through the safe.
What, are you gonna get in the safe?
This is the safest place under my desk in the house. It's a big old heavy desk.
You said it says there's a safe, as in the money kind of safe?
Yeah. It's bolted to my desk and bolted to the floor.
Bolted, okay. What brand is it?
I can't remember.
I'm thinking of getting one for the house.
Can't remember. It's a brand name. I can't remember what it was.
Is it the larger kind?
How big is it, Joe?
It's like a
What?
file cabinet.
Oh, so it's
Like
the
a
tall-
two-door file
so
cabinet. Big.
so it's like a
It's like
tall
the size
kind.
of a double file cabinet. Yeah, big old heavy
Oh,
door.
okay.
Yeah, you're gonna spend some money on
That's
a safe like that.
That's big.
Yeah. Yeah, I
mean-
bought it. I bought it through eBay. Was it eBay? Yeah, I think I bought it through eBay. And it was a brand name, and it came in, and they had a problem with the locking mechanism. And the guy had to send me. They sent me another one, So I got the other one. I mean, it was hard to move it. That's how heavy it is. I got it in, got the second one in, and they wanted the first one back. We packed it up. Then all of a sudden, eBay said, "Don't send it back. They don't want it back." And it couldn't use it.
Still,
You really couldn't use it. So we wound up having to just chunk it.
Why don't
And
you
then
just
they
take
gave
it-
him money back.
How much
So I
was the
didn't pay
safe?
for it. Like $450.
Dude, you should have took it to a locksmith and had him fix it.
I had somebody look at it and he said, "No, you can't fix it."
Oh, dude. Yeah, you
Uh,
ever watch
y-
Lockpick Lawyer? I guarantee he could have fixed it. That
Oh, yeah,
motherfucker
but-
is crazy good at getting into locks.
is he basing?
All I know is that I got my money refunded all of a sudden and I got it for free.
You say you got the free second one, right?
I got the free second one and in the other one, they took the money, they gave me my money back.
There's a guy I watch on YouTube,
Nice.
and he goes around fixing and cracking safes for
Uh,
families. Like he'll go to houses and fix and crack safes open
Uh,
if somebody's can't get into it. That dude's really good, but the lockpick lawyer, dude, there ain't a safe that motherfucker wouldn't get into. And he'll
Fort
figure shit
Knox.
out quick.
Fort Knox.
Like he's that dude. If you ever watch his channel, that dude is so good at getting into locks. He'll be like, "Look at this new lock that Century Safe is selling. It's unpickable, and it takes him like
Yeah.
2 seconds." He'll be like, "It's open."
If there's several videos on it already on YouTube, it's not unpickable.
Yep.
Yeah, and usually it's something stupid too. It'll be some kind of weird defect that they didn't realize that, and he'll just stick like a paper clip or some shit in there and jam it in there. Next thing you know, it opens right up.
Yep.
Jim is saying, if it was me, I would take my car and run
Right.
due west into the tornado
I
and see
got-
if
Yeah, go ahead.
and
gotta
see
jump off.
if I see it and chase me back home.
I gotta jump off. I'll catch y'all later.
Justin,
Okay,
would you,
Justin.
Justin, would you chase a tornado?
If I was with a professional, I would. Damn right, I would.
Justin
fun.
would chase it. Justin would
always
chase
wanted-
it with a school bus.
No, I've always wanted to go tornado chasing, but I would go with a professional team that knew what they were doing.
Justin outrunning a tornado in a school bus? That would be interesting. Because suddenly Justin will be flown 2
Yeah.
miles that
go-
way.
Well, that girl should not be twerking.
What? She's twerking on live cam?
Yeah, she don't need to be twerking. It's coming down good now. Okay, I've had enough of looking at Mardi Gras. I'm done.
Jim said they took it away, but you just forgot to take the money back out of it before you gave it to him.
No, it wouldn't work. It's just, you couldn't get it to lock, you couldn't get the mechanism to work. And it would have cost, just to put the new locking system in it, almost as much as the safe.
Jim, I've never been to Fort Knox, so I've seen pictures, never driven by it. Not sure if anybody can get close. Unless you're Pete Hexa.
Did he go and check it out?
I don't know.
Because they were talking about the Doge guys wanted
They
to know
haven't done it yet.
if all the gold was still in Fort Knox or not, you know?
Yeah, they haven't done it yet.
But Joe, did you see the meme of they open the door to the vault, and in the vault is filled with eggs.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Instead of gold bars, it's all eggs. Do you have to help us here? Yes, there is Jim, but I don't know his name unless that's Lockpick Lawyer. don't know who else that would be. There's probably a few that do that. That shows you the good saves and bad saves. Only two, Jim? Surprised. There's got to be more than two that are good.
Here's what's coming through right now. How's that, Paul? I'm right here where my the
boy.
hand's at. That's where I'm at. That tornado was coming through right here. It was going this way. So if it came in, it's going to go under me anyway. But I'm right about there.
Well, but there's worse looking cells well north of you.
Yep. It's Johnny's in the clear now.
Justin said Trump just has to sign an executive order to get them in there, Fort Knox.
Yeah, you got to do it eventually. I don't even know if I'm going to watch him tonight. I might go to bed early and just watch it tomorrow on Fox, see what they say. They're going to say everything he said tonight tomorrow 50 times.
Oh yeah, I'm not watching Trump tonight.
Oh, I am.
I'd
I
rather
want to
watch
see.
history.
I want to see how stupid the Democrats get.
Well, you see the new thing, how they
Stupid as Trump.
everybody was doing a talking point on X, and everybody was just saying the exact same thing. They're all reading off a script, and then like we don't know that. This is a talking point that y'all passing. Everybody go do this. Go. Everybody goes like Pilot Institute. I mean, like go out with tell everybody that you got to keep our drones and do it the same way.
Oh,
You know, like come on, people.
I got you, Jim. Yeah. Some things like really, right?
Well, we're down to 6 people watching, Joe.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm up wind up going to bed in a few minutes.
Might be a little early
I
to go to
am.
bed.
Well,
It's only
no, I'm tired. I was up since
He's
3:30.
tired.
It's-
You got up at 4 this morning.
but
Well,
it's
I rolled
still,
on-
it's-
I
He
rolled
went
over
over
at
to
3:30.
shoot the Mardi Gras, and the Mardi Gras parades on the last day were,
it's
were
only
early.
it's only 6 o'clock, right, Joe?
Yeah, going on 6. But you figure I had an 8-hour day by noon.
No, White Point is saying he heard Zelensky signed a mineral deal with us.
He hasn't
No,
signed
they
it
think-
yet.
they're
He's about
talking
to.
about it, but he hasn't signed it.
Yeah, they're talking
He's already
about it.
basically apologized, coming back.
He's
He
regretting
knows
the,
better. He got to.
he's regretting the argument that he got into with Trump.
Yeah.
But I think Vance started it first.
Well, Vance was defending Trump. He jumped in on it. And it was all because of Zelensky's body language. The first thing, before they even started, I looked
And-
up there and I said, the body language, you know?
And I also heard Zelensky did not use a translator.
You
Use a
don't need
what?
one.
There was no translator for Zelensky.
No,
Yeah.
he doesn't need one. But he was told before he showed up there to be wearing a shirt and a tie.
Ooh.
So what does that tell you? He arrived in that gym outfit or whatever.
It was a military outfit, basically. I don't have a problem with him like that. I really don't. Because he's the president of the country, and that's part of like what he wears around his military. I don't have a problem with that.
Justin said there's another Taiwan company that's investing 100 billion in the
Yeah,
US.
and chips, and microchips.
Yep.
Microchip manufacturing.
Yeah,
Ooh,
he's
that'll
bringing a
be-
lot of stuff here.
I wonder is Foxconn gonna try again?
Jefferson, Lafourche, Orleans, St. Tammany, St. Bernard, all of us now are
Here's
under tornado
Dominic.
warning.
Yeah, just thought I'd
Dominic,
jump on for a few minutes and see what's going on.
Yeah.
what's up?
Yeah, we're
I
under a
mean-
tornado watch there, Dominic.
Been busy this morning, so
It sounds like it
So-
outside.
I didn't think you'd still be on.
So-
Joe's got a tornado warning going where he is.
Oh no.
Dominic, did you see Trump and Zelensky get into it on Friday?
Yeah, I'm staying out of this. I'm that far away, so
Yeah,
I'm just
but-
staying out.
But did you hear about the dust up?
I've heard about it, but I'm
Yeah,
just
It's all right. It
I'd
won't-
like
it's
won't,
I'd
won't
like
be much
being
longer before Canada closes borders to
Yeah.
America.
I like being in Australia. I'm completely isolated from all this bullshit, so I'm
Yeah.
steering clear.
but now they're saying Zelensky is trying to apologize to Trump.
I don't know. I'm just, as I said, I'm just going to stay
Yeah,
clear
it's-
of it.
It's crazy.
Not my.
Well,
Not my
Mark
fight.
Mark just said, Joe, that it won't be long before Canada's going to close its borders to the U.S. and
No,
they only do like 20% of the volume that we do.
Yeah,
yeah,
it-
they ain't worry about that.
it's gonna devolve into like children in a playground at the moment. So I'm just
Yeah.
gonna steer clear.
You read my mind.
That's what it feels like.
You read my mind, Dominic. It was like this sounds a lot like kids.
You can't be worried about this too much. They went to Jeopardy on. Took off the news. They put Jeopardy on.
So how
I'm
how
just gonna sit here and enjoy the sun.
so how is it down under?
Well, it's all right here, but if I go north into Queensland, there's a tropical cyclone going on. So
So
I've
it's
got
hot.
to keep. Well, yeah, we're as we're in the halfway between the summer and autumn sort of thing. It's supposed to be autumn, but it's been summer the last couple of days. So I'm just waiting
Well-
for it. It'll just devolve into rubbish soon. But yep,
Well,
but that's
well,
that's good. I'm happy with that.
Tim Jackson is over there in the cyclone, right?
Yep, he could be in the. He'll probably get a bit of rain and some cyclonic winds, but I think he's a bit further north of where it's going. It looks like it's going to hit more the Brisbane area where Matt is.
Northeast drones, Matt.
Yeah, that Matt. Yep. I think he's going to be
It-
close to the firing line.
I haven't seen him on it, but have you?
I haven't seen him in a while, but I've heard he's been taken hostage by Fortnite.
Oh, Justin in Fortnite.
Yeah, I think he's been
Tim?
taken hostage. Yeah,
Oh, also, it was Laura that did it.
yeah, probably.
Drone Shot said, Joe, he
It-
wished he could get you to try a step file, and I don't know what
Wha-
that is.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know. I don't know.
Got to be to do with 3D printing, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
So we're getting 39 mile an hour gusts right now.
that's nothing.
That's more than a light breeze and less than a heavy wind.
Yeah, we're getting good rain though right now. It's really coming down.
Mm,
My
Hey,
car's over
Brenda,
the
have a
good
good
spot.
Keep
evening.
it.
I think Brenda's saying goodbye.
Bye, Brenda.
bye-bye. Bye-bye, Brenda. Ah, yes.
Hi, Jody.
I'll take it while I can.
But how are things with your brother?
Yeah, all right. He's, he's good as far as I know.
Because I thought the other day you were helping him out.
Yeah, I was helping him out, and I'm basically helping him out this morning while he goes off and does do other things.
That's your brother?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, beautiful guy.
Do you and your brother look a lot like?
A little bit, yeah.
Like if somebody that doesn't know you is like, is that you? Are you two
What's your brother's name,
brothers?
Dominic?
Philip,
Philip?
yeah. He'd probably look like an older version of me.
Oh, he's older than you are?
Yeah. He's a year younger than you, Paul.
Oh, okay, so he's 73.
No, he's 70, nearly 72.
Oh, you almost hit it right on the head, Paul.
Yeah. Yeah, born in 53.
I was born in 52.
Ooh. Same generation.
Joe's a lot younger than we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
But Joe's been watching Mardi Gras
Yep.
with a good-looking girl, right, Joe?
And it's
That
yep. Well,
British girl, what are you talking about?
it is now.
Dominic, did you hear Joe had a run-in with a British model at
Oh,
Joe-
sounds
I
great.
don't know if she was a model, but she should have been. She had a little short, she had a t-shirt on, you couldn't tell what she had underneath it. Meaning the shorts, because you see the cheeks. She didn't know she was wearing anything under the t-shirt.
Oh, okay.
And I was trying not to stare as hard as I was. And I finally realized
Yeah.
she was wearing tight spans, you know.
She
Yep.
came over and
And
started talking to him, Dominic.
Mm.
And she was asking me stuff about photography and stuff. And I said, I gotta go. She goes, what's the matter? I said, I gotta go on the other side over here. I
But
said,
she was
because
of
with that-
age.
the-
Joe said
So-
he
the way
thought
you
she
look-
was about 24, right?
Yeah, about 24. So the way you look and the way you sound, I'm thinking I'm not gonna have any money left in a little while. So I
Yep.
gotta go. She fell out laughing.
Well, it's a good way to go off. What would you have done,
Yes.
Dominic?
Yeah, I probably would have walked away too. I would say, yeah, thank you. And, good
If
night.
I was 24, hell with the parade. Let's go somewhere. Let's go watch the parade
24,
together. I'm
that's
not
all
taking any
right.
pictures.
Let's go have some fun.
No, I just
Why the hell
to hell
not?
with the pig. I'll go put the camera up. We'll just go watch the parade.
Mm, definitely.
And she's a student at Tulane University.
Oh, okay. The
Ooh.
student, did you ask what she is studying?
I had to get away from her.
That quickly?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
When Joe gets
didn't take
something in his
long.
mind, it's like,
So you were watching her chest.
No, I was just listening to her. I saw her legs. I saw the shorts she was wearing, and I could hear her voice, and that was enough.
Yep.
I was thinking
Good
it's
night.
time to go.
Oh, I thought you saw the other side, her front.
No, I mean, she was beautiful.
long hair?
Not really. It was mid-length.
Oh,
But I
okay.
was thinking,
Shoulder.
if I stay here, I'm gonna look like a creep because I'm gonna be looking at it too hard.
Yeah.
So
What-
I better leave
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, once you get a certain age, people will say, "Oh, you're great."
I think your son would be looking at her too. Joe.
Yeah, Justin would have got himself in trouble.
You're both next thing you know, both of you are looking at her like,
Well, you should have seen Homeland Security. They were out there, and one of the guys in Homeland Security saw me walking back, and he looked over at me and he said, "That's a pretty girl over there." I said, "Yeah, she's British too." He goes, "Oh Lord, I'm not going over there either."
Yep, exactly.
So she got that accent. I had to
Mhm.
leave.
Yeah.
I think that would be a Tim Jackson. How you doing?
Yep.
Yeah, and she'd laugh at him. we had a what you call it, one of the guys was staying at Homeland Security, had a patch on the side that said ICE, right?
Hmm.
And they had a couple of guys walking that way. They looked over, saw the patch, and they went around the other way.
Running from ice.
They stopped and went the other way like that around.
Nice.
It was funny because I was talking to him about the patch, and he saw, and when they walked around, he turned around, watched them walk off, and they walked a little faster.
I thought they were gonna try to run.
If they would have started running, I bet you would have.
Do you think they caught him?
I don't know. I don't know if they were doing. They didn't do anything. It's just you don't know what they were.
Mm.
But they felt guilty. I'll know that much.
Maybe they took off because they knew they were supposed to be here legally.
You never know. I thought it was fun.
Oh,
'Cause that's a cool patch. Because they were in their camos, right? They were in a dark green, the sage greens, and it wasn't camos. It was just the dark greens. And they had one of their big units out there, and they were standing on top of their units, and they had an open hatch in the top. One of them was standing up in the hatch. You know, there was about 10 of them from Homeland and Heights out there.
Ooh.
I was gonna take a picture of them on top of it 3 or 4 times. I thought about it. I said, no, I don't want to take their picture. 'Cause I don't want, because they're ice ages. I don't want to take the picture.
But were they all in full uniform, full garb, and pistol and?
Well, I'll put it this
That's-
way. One of them had his private car parked right there on the side of the street, right next to where the parade was going around, but it was blocked so he could put it there. He came out of the main unit with an AR. He had an AR hooked to him. He went and laid it on his front seat of his car and locked his car. And one of them was standing on top with an AR.
They were afraid somebody was going to try to pull another. Let's ram down.
They were making sure nothing was happening. You know, they had the Coast Guard in the air. Right above us was flying around.
Actually, ironically, I do have a place.
So they learned their lesson from last time.
Hope so. But they had a lot of power out there, a lot of firepower.
Would you
What
say
about
too
them?
much? Would you say too much firepower?
No, it was good. They were good.
But that sounds like a lot of fun at that parade there, Joe.
It was just a little small. It was actually the same amount of time for about one parade. And I usually am there the whole day, you know?
Mm-hmm. I think Dominic would have had a blast.
You would have.
You and Dominic would have had a blast.
No comment.
No, just enjoying the parade, the experience, the festivities,
No, definitely.
the food. There's always gumbo and seafood there, right, Joe?
Yeah, all the time.
Is that what, do they mostly have Cajun food at the Mardi Gras?
Oh, no. They have, people bring everything. They used to be able to bring barbecue pits out. They couldn't do any of that today. They let them bring barbecue pits out and stuff like that. They wouldn't let anybody bring anything that if the wind took, it could hurt somebody. But people will they'll have chicken, they'll have everything barbecuing out there. Or people will go to Popeyes in the morning and get big boxes of chicken. Kentucky Fried Chicken, all the different chicken places work their butts off. It's just, they have everything out there. Any kind of food you can think of.
Tell them how disappointed you were at your favorite bakery.
What do you mean?
They had stuff on the counter free,
No, that was at a bar.
a bar.
They had at a bar. They had king cake and they had the boudin king cake.
Boudin
And I
cake.
didn't go in. I didn't go in there because I didn't need to. And if I'd have went in there, I'd have had me some king cake. But that's all right. Now, if I go to Walmart in the morning, I could buy a $20 king cake for $5.
Really?
Ooh.
But they're nasty anyways. I ain't buying one.
Well, that's probably not worth it.
I bought one last year and I didn't like it. I waited till after Mardi Gras to buy it. So, Paul, I think I'm gonna jump off.
Okay, I think we're gonna close her down.
I think I'm gonna go rest.
Hey,
Good
everybody.
idea.
Hey, thanks for being here, Andrew, Dominic, Mark, and
Dominic.
the man of the minute, Joe America.
That's all it
Uncle
is.
Joe.
Okay. All right, everybody. Hey, we'll see you tomorrow in the morning.
Later, y'all.